What's going on, everyone? This is the Black Ember Shadow Pack. Comes in a 22 and a 26 liter, made from materials that are extremely weather and water resistant. Wonderful organization, killer hardware, great harness system, and overall a bag that is perfect for the person on the way to work, on the way to gym, or just going about your daily routine and you need something to carry some stuff around. Let's get into it. Okay, so it's no surprise, I'm a big fan of Black Ember's products. I've done their Citadel R2 modular and the Black Ember Forge, both of which have been phenomenal packs, some of my actual favorites that I've reviewed. Now I've gotten the chance to get my hands on the Black Ember Shadow. Now I have mine in the 22 liter. I will say that I wish I had gotten the 26. 22 liter is perfect for, I think, the minimal amount of stuff that you might need to bring to possibly like work or even gym, or like I said, maybe your daily commute. But as someone who likes to use bags as a photographer and kind of bring some, of that equipment with me, I feel like the 22 liter just doesn't quite fit like a camera cube and stuff like that, or even like smaller pouches. But overall, the size is going to depend on what you want. And so if you're thinking you might need a little bit more than 22 liter, I would say just go ahead and get the 26. I want to say this up top, just because I felt like the 26 might be too big as a day pack because it's teetering on like the 30 liter range, which is what I like my travel bags to be. But I think the 22 liter for a bag like this, because of all the stuff it offers, just isn't quite enough, because I'm actually really surprised with how much this bag offers. I shouldn't be, honestly. I mean, come on, it's Black Ember. But yeah, I would definitely say maybe think about going a size up depending on how much stuff you're gonna bring. Okay, there is a lot on this bag to get into, and it has been an absolute joy to use. I recently moved, and I mentioned in a couple of videos that I had like 4 or 5 bags that I took with me in my car to carry specific items. This was one of the bags that I took with me, and I've been using this. I've actually been using this for like probably close to a month. I've had my hands on this and I've been putting it in the rotation more and more, just using it for different things, because it's honestly been, for one, I wanted to wait to make the video just because they're on pre-order right now, and I think, let me check, I have their website. They're pre-order now for $160, shipping in May. So I was kind of waiting to hopefully release this around the time that people would be able to buy them, but I know that the pre-order price is like 20% off, so you might want to jump on that. But it's been just really fun to use. I really enjoyed it. I got my hands on it pretty early, and it is just a really solid bag. Okay, let's talk about the materials for a second. We have a Micro Hex HTX high tenacity 3-layer waterproof textile, a T6 aircraft grade and anodized aluminum laser etched hardware YKK AquaGuard zippers, and laser cut Hypalon. Look, for some of us, that doesn't mean anything, right? Like, we don't care about what kind of material it is. For someone like me, I just want a bag that the material is gonna last. I know it's gonna be solid. This, in their like Kickstarter video, they literally hit it with a pressure washer. It's insane. This thing is meant to be out in a monsoon. Doesn't need a rain fly. This material is very, like I said, water repellent, weather resistant. It is perfect for that kind of thing. Not to mention the material itself, for one, they feel really good. They almost feel like a prototype material, right? Like, they're not that tarpaulin that you got on like the Citadel and the Forge, but they're not quite like that Cordura like fabric-y feel. They're very like, it's almost like a blend of the two, and I really like the way this material feels. Okay, well, make sure you have plenty of room on your SD card, otherwise it'll stop recording. What I was gonna say is they have wonderful zipper pulls that I just absolutely love. They're like overly large, but they're really nice and they're really solid. Plus, all of them are lockable with these nice little lockable loops that they have built in. Just overall, very, very solid hardware and materials. So on the back of the bag, you have a pretty solid air channel. This is what you've seen on some of the other bags. It's comfortable. It does a trip. You got the air breathable in the middle. These actually, you can unvelcro them and tuck the straps away. If you want to go like briefcase mode, obviously they tuck away a little bit better. You can actually tuck them away pretty nicely for the most part and kind of get that nice like slim briefcase kind of look. This isn't something I typically do when it comes to straps on a bag. I typically just wear it like a backpack. I don't typically convert, especially a bag like this, to briefcase mode. No matter how easy it looks, I feel it to be a little bit too tedious, very comfortable, sits very well. Again, this is the 22 liter, 26 and the 22 liter. I feel both look good no matter what your body frame or size might be. These are actually pretty comfortable. What I like about Black Ember is they do this thing with their load lifters that make them really adjustable, but they're not like full of like flappy dappy stuff all over the place. The straps for the most part are very comfortable, but I did notice, depending on where and how much I had in it, like around the top of my rib cage, it could rub. It didn't hurt, it just felt like an annoyance more than anything with the way these straps are. These are very, very rigid and firm straps, which is good to some extent because they're very comfortable, but on others, if they do dig in, if for some reason they do like kind of form in a way that like rubs you the wrong way, quite literally, then it can be kind of an annoyance. What I do like about this bag, and Black Ember is really good at this, is it's a one-handed mag sternum strap here. Big fan of that, fully adjustable, and overall a comfortable harness system. Then you have 3 handles on this bag, one up top and then one on either side. Nothing on the bottom of this bag, but you will notice, and this is something that I'm looking forward to telling you about, is the way these zippers are down here. You actually get quite a nice opening when you want to access the goodies inside the main compartment. But very solid handles, I like them. All 3 of them honestly work very well, especially if you're transporting and you need to go like briefcase mode for a second, going to put the bag on, taking the bag off. These handles are honestly like in the perfect spot, and I like that they have them on all the sides. However, you will notice what is missing, and what is kind of a bummer, is there is no external water bottle pocket, sleeve, compartment. There's nothing for a water bottle on the outside of this bag, and there is a spot on the inside that accommodates it, but for the way I run my loadout, it didn't quite work. But there is a spot on the inside, but for some people, that's not the most ideal thing. You like to have your water bottle on the outside, so depending on how you're doing it and what your preference is, that might be something that you're not a big fan of. Okay, when it comes to pockets, right, you only have 2 on this. You have your front pocket and your main compartment. The front pocket is where a lot of your quick access organization is going to be. You have a spot for a, like, what is this, like a little cloth thing you can use to like wipe lenses, cameras, sunglasses, things like that, dedicated pocket. You can also, because of the way this mag strip is, they actually sell one that's like for your keys. So if you wanted to put your keys and then tuck your keys into that pocket, you easily could. What I have in here is, in one compartment, I have a little notebook. I have my travel silverware in the front, and then in the other compartment, I have my SD card case, because I pretty much, anytime I'm bringing any kind of camera, I'm bringing extra SD cards, and then there's actually a spot for a pin in there as well. So you actually get quite a bit of space in this front compartment, but what you'll notice, oh, and then also I have in here an extra like fast charge power brick thing, right? So what you'll notice is, depending on how you pack out the main compartment, it can eat up a little bit of the dimension in this front compartment, but overall the organization is very solid, and you get about 4 pockets with a little place for a pin to really kind of organize what you might need quick access. I would say this is definitely a quick access, because you open this up and that's where everything is. You don't have any other pockets really on the outside that you could utilize for that, but I find this to be very solid. Okay, now for the main compartment, I'm gonna have to like, hopefully nothing or everything doesn't just fall out, but I'm gonna open it. You can zip these all the way down to the bottom, and then this just kind of full on opens, right? So what I have in here that's definitely going to fall out is on this side, just kind of like on the side, I have my little like GoPro, and then the rest should stay up enough. This is my Exactly Life like little tumbler shooter. These things are fantastic. It's like 2 for $15. Great for like shots of liquid. You know, like I like powdered like aminos and stuff, but I like to have them in this. Even dry food, like snacks and stuff. These are great, leak proof, spill proof. Like to have those. And then I have my Wandrd little tech pouch that I use for all my mobile photography and stuff. And then, golly, everything is just falling apart. My roost or neck stand for my computer was just kind of sitting there like that. And then I have my Peter McKinnon Noatic accessory case for a bunch of my little on-the-go filming accessories, kind of condensing it down from my big pouch to my small one to fit the space in here. Solid, right? Because you have full access to open it. On the other side, before I get into like the computer and stuff, this is the main spot. So you have, this is like your sleeve for a water bottle. This is where I put my MacBook charger at the moment, but this is where you could put your water bottle if you wanted to. It's not bad, it's super solid, but just because of the way that I had that case and stuff right here, there's no way I could fit all of that without it like being like a weird kind of setup. But you know, again, if you're running this for like gym or work and you're just putting like clothes and maybe smaller pouches right there, I think it would work really, really well. And then you also have this bigger compartment behind it for extra organization. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, this is a pretty basic bag. Like, this is pretty cut and dry, simple, right? But where the shadow really shines is this internal little tech organizer that they have. So you have a little fidlock here, and then it opens up accordion style, right? And then this gives you some extra organization. Now in here, what I've thrown is just a power bank, my mouse, and then my AirPod Pros, just to kind of have something in there. There's honestly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6 or so little organization bits in here that work really well. Now, because of the rigidness of this, your stuff is going to be very protected. It's also at the top of the bag, so when you have this thing, you unzip, you could leave it unhooked, just kind of tuck that in and have all your organization, maybe like more of a quick access up here at the top. But it's also great for storing those smaller items like mouses, SD card cases, headphones, small power bricks, extra cables, things like that, without having to worry about bringing an extra pouch. But what I will say is you need to be careful because there's no extra dimension. What you get is what you get. You fill this thing out too much, and it's going to be very difficult to get that to close up there at the top, and it can be kind of heavy, right? So up here at the top, when it's empty, it's fine. But if you start weighing it out, it does start to droop a little bit. So when you open it up, if you don't hold it up at the top, I noticed this bag will droop a little bit. But what I like about this is something that I have not seen in a lot of bags. A built-in organization like this is super solid, and for a lot of us is very, very handy. And I think that's a really good addition and what really makes this bag stand out above other normal day bags. But on the back here, this is, you have a place for a laptop up to a 15-inch and then a tablet sleeve. I have my keyboard, a packable towel, and then my 12-inch iPad Pro fits in there really nicely. You could fit up to a 15-inch MacBook Pro in there as well. And that is basically it for this bag. There's not a lot to it, but it does pack a big punch. Minimal organization that is super effective, and that is the key, in my opinion, to a good bag that is going to be a little bit more minimal like this. This is very much so like a very minimal standard day bag, and with the little amount of organization you get, I feel like it really packs a punch to have that one up top, to have the one up here at the front. It's comfortable, it's made from great materials, and it's perfect. Honestly, in my opinion, this is a great gym and work bag. Now, if you had the 26 liter, you get a little bit more expansion, a little bit more room in here. You might even be able to, and I'm obviously not able to test it because I don't have the 26 liter, but even use it as like an overnight weekend bag. I love that about the Forge. The fact that you can go from 20 liter and expand it out to like 30 liters and use it as an overnight bag is perfect. This is like a happy medium between the 20 and 30 liter range at 26. So that would be a good one to consider. But like I said, this one's the 22 liter that I'm currently working with. And as a normal day bag, it's quite solid, and I'm a big fan. So with that, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the Black Ember Shadow, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. If you want to, you can shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com. Anything you want to ask me over there, I'm happy to have a conversation, lists, suggestions, anything like that. Also, you can follow me and support me on Patreon. Chuck in $1, no matter how much, and you get access to the extra videos, giveaways, things like that. So that's also available. Leave a like, subscribe for more nonsense, and again, thank you for all the love and support, and I will see you next time.